I'm going to get a 2017 Gsxr 600 from a tow yard, I think it is, or like a part out guy up in St. Petersburg. I picked up that R1 in the last video from St. Petersburg also. So, you know, it seems like everything's come from there right now. It kind of tends to be in patches where I grab stuff, but we're fueling up. It's like an hour, 30 minutes drive right now with traffic. I'm here at a full-blown junkyard. There's a Hellcat over there, so I saw you had the Hellcat listed, so there might be some other nice stuff here, but go find this bike. Ah, man, that ain't gonna come out. They didn't really want me to film over there at that tow yard. Completely understand it. We're right here by the Skyway Bridge. We got to replace the fairings, need new clip-on grips. It only needs one new mirror, case cover. I got to get that bolt out right there, figure out the scratch situation there, new tail lights. Simple stuff. This is going to be a really simple one. This has like a little like stupid slip-on right here, just cheap junk. We're going to go put probably the OEM exhaust back on it. I got all of my parts in for this 2017 Gsxr 600. You know, we have our exhaust, a clip-on, steering stabilizer, some rear turn signals, and over here, I got the fairings. If you guys know, I absolutely love this Suzuki blue, and especially this color scheme. And right here is the little tank piece. So what we're gonna have to do is pop that tank off, go get color match this blue. So we'll pull that off. I just had to, you know, install some of these fairings so I could see what this blue looks like, because I absolutely love this blue. I put this on and I didn't realize this piece right here was cracked, so I'm actually going to replace that also. I have it right there. I just always try to keep as many OEM pieces on the bike as possible, but you can see I already pulled the tank off. Now we're going to move up here. I got to pull these mirrors off, remove these fairings. The fairings on this side are actually in mint condition, so I'm gonna hold on to those in case I need to get them, you know, painted for another bike, or I end up using them in the future. There's no point in throwing out these ones that are nice and OEM. Even this piece, oh no, this piece is broken up here, but any damaged stuff like these will just all go in the trash. You can see this thing went down like not that bad because it didn't completely rip off the fairings, but you see that we got this ground down pretty good right here. I'm gonna have to weld a nut onto that and then crank that out, put a new bolt in there. It really is not in that bad of condition. This is gonna be like a really simple rebuild. We got a new handlebar right here that needs to go on it. New mirrors, we're gonna replace both of them with just the ones with the tinted turn signals in it. I just got more stuff in for this bike right here. I got the case cover. Right there is our brand new case cover. Also, I just picked up the tank from Paint. He color matched it to this blue. He even blended these panels a little bit so it matches absolutely perfect. This thing looks absolutely great. It had minimal body damage. I'm gonna pull off all these fairings. So even though you can order a set of aftermarket clip-ons for this bike for $40, I paid $60 just for this one OEM clip-on for two reasons. The aftermarket ones are not the same quality, I've realized over time after doing so many bikes. And secondly, normally the holes like right there to hold your brake reservoir, and then the hole that holds this right-hand control in place is never there and you have to drill it. So I'd rather just get the OEM takeoff, put it on there, pay a couple extra bucks. 95% of the time, I'll never put a stock exhaust back on the bike. I already know the faith of this bike, so that's why I went with this. It was only like, I think $85, $90 came with this piece. Everything's like back to OEM stock. It looks really good, better than that cheap little, you know, fake slip-on piece. I also got the new case cover right here. We're gonna pop this one off. You can see right there, it grounded it down all the way through this case cover, so it's unsavable. This was like $88, $95, a little bit under $100 for a new one. So we're gonna pop that off and slide this new one on there. I've never taken off one of these case covers and the gasket not rip when it comes off, so this is the first for me. So I'm definitely going to reuse this because these are reusable gaskets, and then I'll save this new one right here for a future bike. I got the fresh case cover on there, got that all tightened down and everything. Still need to put oil inside this bike, got to drain out the old oil. I got the front wheel cover on, and now we're gonna move up to the tank. It requires these pieces right here to get stuck on with double-sided tape. That's the way it comes from the factory. It's probably one of my least favorite things about these Gsxrs because, like, dude, using double-sided tape, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. But this is what I use right here. I use this Gorilla Tape, two-sided, 38 pounds of strength, so I'm just gonna run a line of it along the outside of this and then stick it on there. Really don't like the way that's done, but hey, it is what it is. I don't know if you guys can see how much double-sided tape I put on that. Is it overkill? Kind of. And I definitely don't want to have these things coming off when you're doing like 150, 160, so I would rather do overkill than have that thing fly off. I put these little side plastic pieces on. They just hook in there, and then there's like a little M5 bolt that goes on and holds that on. Put that in there with some blue Loctite. Did it also on this side. And then come over here, I started putting together the fairings for the front headlight assembly. I can't really film it because it's really hard to see like in there what I'm doing, so I'd rather just talk about it after on the camera. So right there's the headlight assembly. Over there is the front stay. And the way I found out that's best for these Gsxrs is to build up the whole front end of it, put the air rams, everything inside of it, and then hook it onto the bike. So that's what we're doing right now. You can see this is a 4-piece thing. You got your front piece right here, this lower front fairing, and then both sides. Now we're gonna put the headlight assembly in. It gets held in with 6 bolts. This is what it looks like all put together with the air rams, that little under plastic piece that just gets held in with 3 little tabs. Before we front stay on it, I have to put the mirrors in. These are the new mirrors because the cables to hook up the turn signals is right behind the front stay. So we're gonna put those in and put this there. And then after that, we do the windscreen. So we just rush delivered this Gsxr to Diesel, dude. It's the most normal dude from Ohio. I know I missed a couple of clips of me finishing up the bike and everything, but here we are in Tampa now. Jacob's taking the bike. Came out really nice. This is one of my favorite style fairing kits for these Gsxrs. I just think this looks awesome. We kept the OEM levers on it, put new grips. Those are the mirrors, and it came out really, really nice. Did you ride it all? No, I rode it around my block.